Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the AR foundations and your mobile phones to do a very simple plant detection. So this is a very basic idea. As if you want to build any of the AR applications, you have to using your phone camera, and the applications need to at least identify any of the plane on your real world, and then you can attach any of the 3D objects on that surfaces. So the plane detection is a very basic for the AR application. Alright, so the first thing is that you need to provide some feedback for the user. Otherwise, the user don't know, alright, is it detected or not detected. So you have to make sure the users understand, or we know, okay, the plan has detected, so you can do other interaction. So the first thing is to provide some feedback. So the feedback is very simple. You can using any of the images, just like a sticker. And when the application successfully detect a plane, you just paste the sticker on that surface. And this will give a very direct feedback for the users to identify, okay, the plane is ready for other interaction. So the first thing is that you need a sticker. So I just download, you can using any of the images. So I just using an image. Alright, so it downloads. Okay, so here is the PNG file. I just download from the flagicon.com website, so you can using your own PNG file. So this PNG file is just like a sticker. Alright, so if the application successfully detect the plane, I would like to paste this PNGs on that surface. So this is what I wanted to do in this video. So let's go to I just want to import this PNG first to the my AR application. Alright, so I just import this target, and you need to make sure the unit to identify the alpha channel as a transparent. So you select the PNG file, and I just select this, and I just click apply, and you will see here is my file. And you need to create a plane that you can paste or will be attached to any of the plane detected through your phone camera. So the first thing is create object, and this object is actually I just name it as a plane target. All right, and I also need to create another objects that will be just like a sticker. And the simple way is just to create a court. Alright, just a empty court file. So this is the court. It's and I also wanted to using a material, so I just create a material, or you just drag this to the court, and you will see Unity will automatically create this material. And you have to select the shader type, and I don't want it to affect by any light, so you'll be in neat, and it's transparent, and here is the court. Okay, and I want to rotate this to 90 degrees, so this is on the surface. Later on, so will be used. The size I will using 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, so it's a smaller size. I don't want it to creep, so I just remove it. Okay, so now I have a plane target, and I also have a court, and I drag this as a child of this plane target, so I can use later. Okay, so this is what I really want to use for attach this sticker on the surface. Later I detect it from the application. And next, I need to create the C# code to check all the plane and attach this plane target to the detected plane. So I go back to my Athens folder and create a new C# file, and I wanted to call this maybe the AR controller Alright, so this is the code I would like to modify later. And I want to create a empty objects to hold the C#. So this is the same name for samples. I just wanted to create a AR controller, for example. Okay, so this is the controller, and I will attach this the C# to this game object. And then I can go to the Visual Studio to edit the C# code. And the code is actually detected the plane and attach this plane target to the detected surface. So I double click this to open the C# file. Alright, so here's the C# file, and I wanted to do something. First is I need to make sure I can use the Unity engine and XR and AR foundation. Alright, so this is very important, okay? And you need to also see engines, AR subsystem. Alright, so this is the two important library you need to, or packages you need to include in your C# file if you wanted to control or access any of the AR section origin or section. And I wanted to detect the plane, so basically you need to create several variable inside this controller. And I just create some, the first maybe I need to detect the ray caster, or I don't know, so ray caster or something. So I just wanted to create AR ray cast manager. So this is the gate, basically AR managers. I wanted to cars manager, ray cars manager. Okay, so this is no, this one, ray cars manager. Alright, so what's that for is basically I wanted using the phone camera, and I wanted to using a ray tracing to detect whether the surface is detected or not. So basically I need some ray casting, and I will also need to have a plan or other things I wanted to do for my application. So I just go back to my C#. Okay, so I just go to the create a pose, and this is the target, and this will be just like a transform node that will be match the detected surface, and I can put a sticker using that transform node. And I also want to have a boolean to check whether the plane is found or not. Okay, by default. Okay, but and the default value is false. Okay, before I do any detection through the application. And I also need to do something is I also need to provide the plane target. Alright, so and I will maybe add objects later, but basically this is what I needed. Alright, so here's a few private variables, and one is called a ray cast manager, and the pose is actually detect the surface transform node to be used, and also a boolean function, a boolean variable that will be show whether the plane is found or not. Okay, so the first thing is I need to set the manager equal to find an objects by type, and I wanted to find its AR ray trace cast manager. Alright, so this is what I need to use, okay, for file here. But if I go back to my Unity, I don't have this cast manager yet. So I go back to my scene and go to the AR section origin. So here you can add this ray cast manager here. Okay, and then I can using this raycast managers to detect any of the surface. All right, so and I also need to add the AR plane manager. All right, so this is another thing I need to add so I can chat the plane. Okay, so basically you need this two manager, all right, within your AR sections origin. Okay, so this is a very basic idea if you want to do that AR detection. All right, I go back to the AR controller C# code, and I wanted to do the detect the surface. So now I have the raycast manager, and I can do several things. First is to check some of the target pose, or I need to check the rotation or something. Okay, I don't know. All right, just create a update target pose, and I also want to create a target position. All right, so this is basically I just create two new function core, and this two function codes actually will update the sticker when the plan is found. So I just create this, and all right, general methods, and this one general methods. Okay, so I got two methods for that. So for the pose, what I need to do is I need to chat the screen center using the camera. So that means I wanted to use the center point of my phone as a detection. So I just got the current camera and the current viewport, and I wanted to convert it to a screen point. All right, so this is we'll use the camera center point as my screen center point, and do a new vector 3 and 0.5. Okay, so this is the very basics functions to convert your phone camera center as a 2D screen point, so you can using this to interact with the objects, or will match your touch later. Okay, and I wanted to check any of the surface or by using a hit. So basically if you put this inside the update method, and the unities will keep checking any of the surface or any of the objects that is successfully found, and we'll put it inside a array, and this at least an array AR. I run the set is AR hit. Okay, so this is the hits. So that means the variable hits here is actually will store any of the ray cars will be hit by surface or is stored here. So it depends your tracking mode. So basically, I tracking the plane, so it will store all the planes that will be identified by your AR application. And then I need to do a tracking, and so we're using a raycast function or method, and using the screen center point, and also so will be any of the hit surface, and the type detection is planes. All right, I did, because there's a several trackable type for the AR application. So you can using phase, you can using points or polygon, but basically I just identify planes for this example. And then I can check if to set the plane found equal to hits count is greater than 0. Alright, so if this is found, that means the plane is already identified, and I wanted to change your target to the first surface pose. Okay, so this is basically the setup for target. And for positions, it's very simple. I just want to place the sticker. So here's if the plane found, I want to place my plane target, set active to true so I can see the surface, and but I also need to set the transform to the position and rotations, and to the target pose position, and the target pose rotation. Okay, so this statement actually is first if the plane is identified or found, and I want to active my sticker. Okay, so it's just show high. Okay, if it's true, that means I can see the sticker on the screen. And I also want to transform, okay, the sticker to the position of the identified plane. Not just the position, but also rotation. So you can see if you're horizontal or vertical, you will see your sticker will be stick on the corresponding orientation of that surface. Okay, so this is the basics to identify the plane, and also to provide a feedback using a plane target. Okay, so I save this and go back to the Unity, and under my control I have the code of the C#, and I also need to drag the sticker. Alright, so I can show this target when the plane has been found through the phone camera. Okay, so I just select the AR controller, and the C# have a plane target, so I just change this plane target to a prefab, and by dragging this to the essence folder, so you can see it will turn in blue. That means you can reuse it without use too much of the memory. Alright, so it's just become an object. Okay, so I just drag this to the controller as my plane target, and that's it. Alright, so after that I can connect to my phone and build the applications to see whether I can see the target on any surface is detected by my AR applications on my mobile phone.